Welcome to the video guide for COSA ZoomRoom hosts and leads. We hope that this information will help you to feel more comfortable with the technology of the Zoom Room as you serve our COSA ZoomRoom community. We assume that, as a trusted servant, you've been given the login information and already know how to log into the website. A few days prior to the meeting, the lead sends the host the meeting topic. The host then posts that to cosasolutions@yahoo.com from their own email address. You will have had to sign up for this chat list to be able to send it. Included in the email should be all the Zoom Room meeting times. The host also sends the topic to the COSA 12step-yahoo-groups.com after first logging into the COSA ZoomRoom@yahoo.com email. Ask your host to show you how to access the COSA ZoomRoom@yahoo.com account. Click on the icon for Mail to get to the inbox. After logging in, hit Compose and begin typing COSA. One of the first auto addresses that will come up is the COSA 12-step Yahoo group. Select that address and complete your post. First, let's look at how to open the correct Zoom room for a meeting. First, enter the room as you always do with the meeting number 457-778-6313 and the password, which is available in every meeting announcement. Next, if you are the host, click on Participants at the bottom of the screen. When the Participants box appears on the right, notice at the bottom of the box a light button entitled Claim Host. Type in the code you have been given, which allows you to be the host. If you run the cursor over the participant's name, then click on More, a box pops up that gives you several options. It is a good idea to name a co-host, particularly if there are a lot of people in the room. The co-host role is to help back up the host when the host has too much going on. Also, sometimes hosts have to leave the meeting early. If this is the case, be sure to make the co-host the host before leaving. Hosts and co-hosts may chat privately to coordinate during the meeting. If a participant forgets to mute and you are able to recognize the noise coming from their mic, you can mute them. Usually. Some computers and phones are more difficult to control by the host. This button is also useful to unmute our participant should they be driving and want to speak. If a participant decides to move around a lot and fails to turn off their video or has other distracting movements, you can also turn off their video by pressing Stop Video. If a new person shows up to the meeting, you can ask them if they are new, welcome them, and explain to them the hand signals used at the end of each share. It means applause, a way of saying thank you in sign language.
Sometimes when you're hosting, there's somebody you don't recognize their name and they don't have their video on. And there's also no explanation. They haven't written this in the chat room, giving you a reason for the video being turned off. So what you should do when this happens is pause the meeting and ask the person to indicate why their video is off. Ask them, first of all, of course, to turn their video on. And if they don't, ask them why their video is off. They can reply through audio or they can reply in the chat room. We tell them that we require videos to be turned on for the safety of the group. So I'm going to ask mystery person here why they have their video off. Mystery person, we need our videos on for the safety of the group. Could you please turn your video on? So the person didn't respond, so I'm going to type them a message. Okay, and I'm going to wait for an answer. Wait just a little while because, of course, we're holding up the group meeting by doing this. And I'm going to repeat, mystery person, we need your video on, or please let us know in the chat room why you have your video off. I don't hear anything, so I can ask them again. And there's no response, so of course that means that people in the room are getting nervous at this point. So I'm going to manage participants, and I'm going to go over here where it says more and remove this person. Hit yes. And that just leaves me in the room as host, and the other people would be in the room as well. So
The host also brings up the website for the meeting. Prior to the meeting, go to COSAZoomRoom.org and find Meeting Format. Then from the COSA Zoom Room, hit Share Screen so others can see the website. It is wise to have as few programs as possible open during the meetings because finding the correct screen can be a challenge if there are too many choices. When the Share Screen page comes up, you must choose which of the documents open is the correct screen to share. The lead reads the meeting link or asks someone else to read it. The host will need to click on the 12-step link when the lead gets to the 12 steps. The 12 steps can be read by the lead or by other group members. Most often it is read in popcorn style, participants reading 1 to 3 steps at a time. After the lead or someone else reads the tradition or traditions, the host will need to go back to the meeting format document. On some computers, you can simply hit the back arrow to take you back exactly where you were before. Know your computer and what works best for you. After the meeting format has been read, you will need to click Stop Share, which may be either at the top or bottom of your screen. The host should have the topic ready to pull up in a separate window when the lead gets to the point where the topic is shared. The lead or a co-host should also have the topic available as a backup. Once again, you will need to share your screen. The lead should read the topic or ask someone to read the topic. After the topic has been read, the host should stop sharing the screen. The lead then says the floor is open for sharing while the host cuts and pastes the topic into the chat and sends it to everyone. When the reading is long, it may take several cut and paste operations to get it all in the chat. It helps for the host to move to the readings screen on the COSAZoomRoom.org site after cutting and pasting the topic into the chat. This screen will be pulled up and later shown near the end of it. If people join the meeting late, the topic may need to be pasted again into chat since new participants can't see the previous chat. At the end of the meeting, the host shares the screen again. The screen should show the COSAZoomRoom.org site, either readings or the prayer, depending on the leader and the time. After the I Put My Hand in Yours and the Seventh Tradition discussion, the host can stop screen share. The meeting has ended, but the lead may want to allow time for a business meeting, coordination of future meetings, sign up for COSA Zoom Room contact list, requested feedback, welcoming new members more fully, like answering questions, offering literature on the COSA Recovery website, offering support via phone, email, or contact list, or just general chat. If the host has to leave before everyone has left the meeting, hit Leave Meeting. It is wise to make someone else the host if leaving prior to the room being empty, as it sometimes shuts down the room. If everyone has left or is leaving, the host hits End Meeting for all.